Terhune Orchards is a farm in Princeton, New Jersey that specializes in crops, although there are animals living there as well. Terhune Orchards' main crop is apples. Terhune Orchards is popular for their pick-it-yourself option, where any customer can pick the fruit or vegetable fresh from the ground, tree, vine, or bush themselves. The owner of the farm is Gary Mount. Gary has owned the farm for 39 years.
We bought it from the family of the Terhunes. The Terhunes came here in the 1920s, although I grew up on a farm near here. It wasn't this farm. We thought that it was not in our family at all, but after we were here for about 20 years, then one of my family finally told me that we were related to the people we bought it from, and I didn't even know. And then they'd have some chickens, some cows, some pigs, some horses, some cattle. They grew some crops. But then, starting maybe 1940s, then people started specializing. And like the people that own this, the Terhunes, they started specializing in apples. And when we first came here in 1975, it was all apples, with a few pears and a few peaches. Well, like I said, they started in the 20s, but actually some of the old buildings go back to 1850. Like the barn and part of our house goes back to 1850. So that's pretty old. Well, so when we came here, remember I said it was almost completely apples. So it really, we had 3 crops when we came: apples, peaches, and pears, but mostly apples. Well, now we have 36 crops. So we kind of have gone back the other way, sort of gone back toward the general farm, having a lot of different things. But the reason we do that is because of the way we sell things, because we sell things right to the people. Most people, when they wanted their food, they just went to the supermarket, and that was it. And now, I'm sure as you know, one of the ways that people get their food is they go to farm. No, I kind of always wanted to be a farmer. Well, to learn to be a farmer, you can go to school. However, I went to Princeton University. Princeton University did not have farming curriculum. They didn't have farming classes. Okay, so when I wanted to be a farmer, then I learned farming. There's a system in the United States. It's called the Extension Service. And so each county in the whole country, each county has an agricultural agent, and they provide advice to farmers. And so I got a lot of help. Of course, it's changed over the years because I've been here almost 40 years now. So back when we started, my jobs were different because I only had 2 or 3 people working for me. So I did a lot of the work by myself. Now that the farm's gotten bigger and I have more people working for me, they do a lot of more of the work, and I help them and direct them and guide them in what they're doing. Maybe in the middle of the day, they might finish one job and go on to another one, and then I'm around to help get things going on the other job. And then it's always a job figuring out when to do things, such as when things should be planted or when things should be harvested. Because it doesn't work just by a calendar. It works by when the climate and when the farm is ready and the soil's ready, and then after the things are growing, when the crops are ready to be harvested. So those are more the kind of things that I do now.
Is it an organic farm?
Part of it is organic. Most of the vegetables that we grow are organic. Okay, so that's a good question. We grow a lot of stuff. Now, I told you what we started out with, apples, peaches, and pears. 3 things. Now we grow 36. So we still grow the apples, peaches, and pears, but we grow a lot of vegetables, And some of the main vegetables are sweet corn and tomatoes, squash, um, potatoes, lettuce. Um, then we grow things like broccoli and Brussels sprouts and those sorts of things. We grow peppers. Um, then we also grow other kinds of fruits. And I gotta tell you, even though I grow all these vegetables, I'm really kind of a fruit person. I kind of like that. So I like growing cherries a lot, and I like growing blueberries. It's really pretty neat. Um, and then finally, like our latest crop, the most recent crop, I guess you might say, is grapes. And we grow wine. We grow two kinds of grapes. We grow grapes that we bring in the farm store to sell, and we also grow grapes that we make wine from. And that's really interesting. So we got a lot of different things.
And that's the story of Terhune Orchards.